If you're big into antiques and have a great selection of fine china and you want to know what it's worth, well, Miss Elizabeth Lowry is here with us. She's an expert and she's going to tell us how we find out how these things are worth.
Yes.
Yes, how are you? Thank you for joining us again.
Great. I'm so happy to be here. And you know, my favorite thing to acquire and to sell is teacups.
Oh, well, we see. They're beautiful.
Yes. You know, a lot of people collect teacups. It's one of my favorite things to collect also. But a lot of people don't know what they're worth, and there's a wide range. And I brought a great selection here, and we can talk about some of the things to look at when you're determining the value, some of the important factors, and kind of a little bit of that range as far as the value.
Okay, well, let's talk about some of the pieces you have here.
Let's start with this one. So,
yeah, look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah, so some of the factors that I look at when I'm looking at a teacup, first I want to look at the quality, the condition, and one of the first things that I do is I hold it on my hand and I tap it. And see how it sounds? Now, when it has a nice ring like that, that tells me that it likely does not have any cracks in it, and it likely doesn't have something called crazing. Crazing is like a fine crackling in the glaze. If I try one, this one, by comparison, see how it's a little bit more dull?
Yeah.
Or this one. See the difference?
Yes, I do.
This has a crack in it.
Oh, it does.
So that's going to tell you right away that there's something wrong, and you can inspect it more closely.
But it can still be valuable even though it has a crack in it?
Yes, yeah, it can, but it drastically,
takes
reduces the value, unfortunately.
Okay.
The next thing I'm going to look for is any markings on the bottom. This particular piece does not have any markings on the bottom, and that's going to take down the value of this particular piece because collectors like to have a marking. They like to know where it came from, who made it, and something like this would probably be worth around $20.
What kind of research goes into kind of like really identifying these, since like you said, you know, each time you may not run into the same thing?
Yeah, a lot of it is knowing the back stamps, so knowing the markings on the bottom. So this one, for example, so this has a lot of information on the bottom. So it tells us the name of the pattern. It says Old Country Roses. It tells us the maker, which is Royal Albert. And it tells us when the pattern started to be produced, which was in 1962. Moving on to something like this. So this has...
Oh, that's stunning.
Isn't this gorgeous? So it has what we would call beading on it. That's when you have these sort of like the bumpy, the texture, yep. And it's with real gold. And then these flowers are also hand painted. Due to the crack, it's not as valuable as it could be. I have this listed on my eBay shop for $75.
Okay.